warning.
What?
Well, it's the only warning.
If music be the food of love, play on. Give me excess of it, that surfeiting the appetite may sicken and so die. That strain again, it had a dying fall. Oh, it came o'er my ear like the sweet sound that breathes upon a bank of violets, stealing and giving odor. Enough! No more. 'Tis not so sweet as it was before. O spirit of love, how quick and fresh thou art, that, notwithstanding thy capacity, receiveth as the sea, not enters there, of what validity and pitch soe'er, but falls into abatement and low price, even in a moment, so full of shapes as fancy, that it alone is high fantastical. I am William Shakespeare. What a perfect afternoon to write poetry. My finances say it is time I write another play. This poem could be part of it. The phrasing reminds me of a visitor of Queen Elizabeth's last year. He was the Duke of Bracciano, named Don Virginio Orsini, I believe. I think I shall name the speaker of this poem after him. As I recall, Don Virginio Orsini visited during the eve of Twelfth Day. Much merrymaking and disorder surrounded that holiday. That sort of atmosphere sets the mood well for a comedy. Her Majesty, Elizabeth, prefers comedies as well. I heard recently how the play by Barnaby Reach was too improper for her liking. Perhaps I could shape that plot to be more suitable. Rich's play, called Apollonia Celia, had two twins, one of whom is a maid disguised as a youth. I rather like that aspect. The irony of one of my boys playing a female part, yet that female part, disguised as a boy, adds an aspect of humor to the most solemn plot. In my play, A Comedy of Errors, having twins and mixed identities drew the crowds. Yes, this plot is coming together. I shall write a draft. A young lady has been traveling on a ship with her identical twin brother. Their ship is taken by a dreadful storm, and this young lady, I shall name her Viola, is saved and brought to the city of Illyria by the captain of the ship and a few bedraggled crew members. On arrival, she asks about the local rulers. Ah, this is the perfect place for Orsini. I shall name him Orsino, and he shall be Duke of Illyria. Viola is told of Orsino, of whom she had heard her father speak. She requests the captain's help in disguising her as a youth to work in Orsino's court. Orsino quickly takes a liking to Viola. No, that won't do. She can't be Viola while under disguise. She shall be Cesario. Orsino takes a liking to his new servant Cesario and trusts him with the thoughts nearest his heart. Those thoughts primarily regard a lady named Olivia. This lady is in mourning for her recently passed brother and has no tender feelings towards the Duke. Orsino has tried every tactic imaginable to gain Olivia's heart, and now sends Cesario in hopes that from a younger messenger, the message might be taken with more enthusiasm.
Most sweet lady, a comfortable doctrine, and much may be said of it. Where lies your text?
In Orsino's bosom.
In his bosom. In what chapter of his bosom?
To answer by the method that is first in his heart.
Oh, I have read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good madam, let me see your face.
Have you any commission from your lord? To negotiate with my face? You are now out of your text. But we will draw the curtain and show you the picture. Look you, sir, such a one I was this present. Is it not well done?
Excellently done. Not at all.
Were you sent hither to praise me?
I see what you are. You are too proud. But if you were the devil, you are fair. My lord and master loves you.
How does he know them?
With adorations, fertile tears, with groans, with thunder love, with sighs of fire.
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him.
If I did love you my master's flame, in your denial I would find no sense. I would not understand it.
Why? What would you?
Make me a willow cabinet your gate, and call upon my soul from the house. Write loyal cantons of contemned love, and sing them loud even in dead night. You should not rest, in the elements of air.
You might do not. What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman.
Get you to your lord. I cannot love him. Let him send no more, unless perchance you come to your parents to tell me how he takes it. Fare ye well. Thank you for your pains. Spend this for me.
I am no fee postly. Keep your purse. My master, not myself, will ask recompense. Love make his heart of flint with usual love. And let your fervor, like my master's, be placed in contempt. Farewell, fair courty.
I believe we shall make this plot as tangled as conceivably possible. I shall have Olivia fall in love with disguised Viola, and to make this even better, I shall use an admirer of Olivia as the go-between. This unfortunate go-between shall be Malvolio, the arrogant steward of Olivia. Malvolio is out of favor in her household for being the killjoy Puritan and for tattling on the revelries of others. Olivia schemes to send a ring to Cesario as a message that she loves him, but tells Malvolio that it is Cesario's ring and that he forced her to take it.
She returns this ring to you, sir. You might have saved me my pains to have taken it away yourself.
She took the ring with me. How glad of it.
Come, sir, you peevishly threw it to her, and her will is it should be so returned. If it be worth stooping for, there it lies in your eye. If not, be it his that finds it.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outside. She may reveal me, indeed, so much. Surely not I have lost her time. She did speak and start suspects me. She loves me sure, cunning to passion, invites me in this churlish messenger. How will this badge? My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fawn as much on him. And she, mistaken, seems to dote on me. What will become of this, as I am man? My state is destined for my master's love, as I am woman, now alas the day. But thriftless sod is the cord will be agreed. O time, thou must untangle this, not I. It is too hard and not for me to untie.
Ah, but Viola, my obliging character, I have a plan for this knot, and it involves your brother. He is not drowned, as you believe, but instead arriving in your city of Illyria as you speak. His brother, I am naming him Sebastian, was rescued from the shipwreck by Antonio, a crew member who has since become Sebastian's dearest friend. Antonio was involved in a battle where he killed the Duke's nephew, and therefore wants to avoid being seen and arrested in Illyria. Ever kind to Sebastian, though, Antonio lends Sebastian a bag of gold to make his tours more pleasant.
You must know of me, Antonio. My name is Sebastian, which I call Rodrigo. My father was that Sebastian of Messling, whom I know you have heard of. He left behind him myself and his sister, both born in an hour. If the heavens had been pleased, would we had so ended. But you, sir, altered that. For some hour before you took me from the beach of the sea, was my sister drowned. Alas, the day. Fare you well at once. I am bound to the Count Orsino's court. Farewell. May the gentlest of all the gods go with thee. I have many enemies in Orsino's court, else I should very shortly see thee there. But come what may, I do adore thee so, that danger shall do sport, and I will go.
I cannot resist the temptation to incorporate a prank, and it shall be on Olivia's steward, Malvolio. Within the household of the noble Olivia, there are some persons who deserve no commendation. Her uncle, Sir Toby, is inclined to overeat, overdrink, and scheme for his own betterment. One such example of his scheming involves his short-witted yet rich friend Sir Andrew. Andrew is the knight Sir Toby intends to convince his niece to marry. Olivia also has some mischievous servants, a clown named Feste, and Maria and Fabian.
Get the all three! Get the all three into the box. Then lemons down in this book. Lie down there. My hair contracting.
"'Tis but fortune, all is fortune. Maria once told me she did affect me, and I have heard herself come thus near, that, should she fancy, it should be one of my complexion. Besides, she uses me with a more exalted respect than anyone else that follows her. What should I think of? Here's no waiting room.
How we just advancing clues.
Slight, I could still be thrown.
Peace, I say, to be Count Malvolio.
Pistol him! Pistol him!
Peace. Peace. What employment have we here?
Now is the wood cart.
Now some girl near legend.
Oh, peace, in the spirit of humor, intimate reading aloud to him. By my life, this is my lady's hand. To the unknown beloved, this and my good wishes. Her very phrases. To whom should this be?
This wins him.
This one's a live for all.
Jove knows I love, but who? If this should be thee, Malvolio.
Marry hang me, Brock.
Now,
I may command where I adore, but silence like a Lucrece knife, with bloodless stroke my heart doth pour, MOAI doth sway my lap.
A full student rebel.